This is the Family Playbook, the show about your role in the family at every age. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15 every week. They figure out what is fair and what is expected as you grow up.
Welcome back to the Family Playbook, the show about your role in the family at every age. I'm Terry.
And I'm Robbie. And today we're asking the big question, what should a 5-year-old actually be responsible for?
Because apparently breathing and being adorable don't count as chores.
Harsh but fair. So let's set the scene. A 5-year-old is starting kindergarten, losing teeth, and according to developmental psychologists, ready for real responsibility.
Real responsibility meaning what exactly? Like managing a spreadsheet?
Clothes. More like making their bed, putting dirty clothes in the hamper, and feeding a pet if the family has one.
Those sound tiny, but research from the University of Minnesota found that kids who do chores starting around age 3 or 4 have better success in school and relationships later in life.
Starting at 3 or 4, so by 5, they're practically veterans.
Exactly. A 5-year-old's brain is in a major growth phase. They're developing what psychologists call a sense of industry, basically the feeling that they can do useful things.
And if nobody lets them do useful things, that feeling doesn't develop properly, which is kind of a big deal.
So letting them set the table isn't just helpful, it's actually good parenting.
Right? And 5-year-olds genuinely want to help. That's not a myth.
It's actually true. Around this age, kids feel proud when they contribute. They're not secretly annoyed like teenagers.
Excuse me, I resent that characterization.
You literally groaned putting your dishes away this morning.
That was a yawn anyway, back to 5-year-olds. What's the list of age-appropriate responsibilities most experts agree on?
Making their bed even if it's messy, picking up their toys, putting their shoes by the door,
Washing their hands without being told 12 times, helping carry in groceries.
feeding a pet is a big one. Studies show kids who care for animals show higher levels of empathy.
And empathy is basically a superpower for the rest of your life, so worth the spilled kibble.
What about screen time and independence? Should a 5-year-old have any say in managing their own schedule?
In small ways, yes. Experts suggest giving them simple choices like picking which vegetable to have at dinner so they practice decision-making without the stakes being too high.
Because if they make a bad call on broccoli versus peas, civilization survives.
Exactly. Low stakes, real practice.
There's also something called the Montessori approach, which argues kids as young as 2 can handle way more independence than most parents assume, folding napkins, pouring water, wiping spills.
By 5 in a Montessori setup, kids are often preparing their own simple snacks.
Which sounds chaotic, but apparently produces really capable kids.
The key word developmental experts keep using is scaffolding. You give just enough support that they can succeed, then slowly back off.
Like training wheels, but for life skills.
Exactly. And one thing parents sometimes get wrong is doing the task for the kid because it's faster or neater.
Which, honestly understandable. A 5-year-old making a bed looks like an abstract art installation.
But the mess is kind of the point. The American Academy of Pediatrics says children develop competence through practice, not perfection.
So a lumpy bed that they made themselves is worth more than a perfect bed someone else made for them?
Developmentally speaking, yes.
What about natural consequences, like if a 5-year-old forgets to feed the goldfish?
That's where it gets tricky. Obviously, you don't let the goldfish suffer, but you do talk about what happened and why it matters.
Because responsibility without consequences isn't really responsibility, it's just a cute performance.
Well said. Also worth noting, by age 5, kids can understand fairness. They notice if siblings have different rules.
So consistency across the family matters a lot. If the 10-year-old doesn't clear their plate, the 5-year-old notices immediately.
5-year-olds are basically tiny lawyers when it comes to fairness.
Tiny lawyers with juice boxes.
The most dangerous kind. So to wrap up, 5-year-olds are more capable than we think. They want to contribute, and giving them real small jobs builds skills that last decades.
Start simple, stay consistent, celebrate the effort, not the result, and let them own their little corner of the household.
And maybe check on the goldfish yourself, just in case.
That's the family playbook for this week. Thanks for listening.
We'll be back with another age, another role, another reason to appreciate how complicated families actually are. See you next week on the Family Playbook.